excited you're back with us. Okay, well, the heat is on for Liza and Charles, and I'm sure some of you are happy. Some of you are maybe not, and don't even get me started on that ex-wife. What is she doing there? And speaking of don't get me started, Josh and Kelsey, we need to talk. I'm Taylor Strecker, coming to you live from Facebook, also live from the flight deck at the historic Gray Bar building here in New York City. You guys, let's get right to it. Here's a scene we've all been waiting for.
What do we do now?
And I'm tired of talking, 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 talking. I've been nothing but good to you. 'Cause I've been nothing but good to you. You're howling into the night, won't do. And I'm tired of talking, 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 talking.
Woo-wee. And then she woke up. Okay, I cried cruel and inhumane punishment. Tell us how you feel or felt about that passionate moment. With Charles and Liza, with the 6 Facebook emojis, we've got like, love, happy, angry, surprised, sad, and, well, whatever you feel. Our first fan break is in 5 minutes, and we're gonna check and see what you guys are feeling in that moment. But first, let's get to our fabulous guests. Younger writer Joe Murphy, who is responsible for giving us the highs and the lows of tonight's episode.
I apologize in advance, but yes, thank you. Happy to be here.
That one was really, you had me all over the place. So we got
Real
a
roller
lot to talk
coaster,
about.
wasn't it?
And also super younger fan, a CMT Next Woman of Country and Stony Creek recording artist, Linsay Ell. Hey girl, hey.
Hi everybody.
And of course, you at home are fans and also in our live studio audience. Hi guys, make some noise.
Hi studio audience.
But like a lot of noise. like you're on the set of Oprah.
That's it, come
Thank you. You were a hype man.
Yeah, I
back
used to
in
be
the
a
day.
hype man for Deal or No Deal, guys. So I
Really?
should be like a whoa.
Big deal. There we go.
See, that's how bad I am at it.
Pro,
It's been a couple of years.
So we have you, and we want to hear from you during our fan break segment where we read your comments and we answer your questions. So, also, later on, we'll let you decide the perfect song for summer with our Songs of a Younger Summer fun break. So it's basically a game, and you guys will be playing. You'll be also playing at home. And to kick off our night of all this emotional drinking, we have our cocktail. It's a lip-smacking one. It's called, are you ready for it? The Banana Dickory.
Ooh. Cheers, I think.
Joe,
How
that's
fitting.
a nod towards you
Fitting.
and
you.
your woodsy cabin.
Bring
so
on
cheers.
the penis puns.
I know, I'm like, can I not mess up?
How do you get your nose around the, yeah.
You know, it reminds me of something else that's kind of difficult. Okay, with that being said, Joe, you're evil.
What were
You got to that a
doing
lot quicker
us?
than a lot of people do. Yeah,
Okay.
it gives people some time, yeah.
First, it was waking up from a dream that interrupted Charles and Liza. And then it was a janitor. Liza can't seem to catch a break.
Poor George.
What do you have to say about this? Why are you so cruel? And when will this frickin' happen?
Honestly.
I mean,
Right,
it
enough.
did kind of happen. I mean, that's not nothing.
I wanted to go to maybe third base.
Right. You got us all excited, and I was on the edge of my seat, and then I was like, what?
The edge of your desk, maybe even.
I mean, edge of your
up against the
desk.
bookcase.
Whatever.
Can we also talk for a second about Peter's abs? Hello.
Hello.
We didn't expect that to come out of that shirt.
No, but it was just
Hi,
a
Peter.
dream. I was all unbothered.
Hi,
And then it was
Peter.
like, wah, wah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, no,
You didn't
no.
carry it onto the day.
Job well done. No,
Yeah,
really,
thank you.
really. You
Yeah,
really
I've
built
had
it
some
up
sex
just to
dreams
bring
in
it
my
down.
time, so.
Yes.
So, Linsay, as a super fan, what was going through your head as you were watching those scenes? Were you thinking it's hot? Were you thinking danger, danger, they're at work?
I was thinking, finally, here's this moment, this angst and tension has been building between the two of them, and finally, I'm like, yes,
So you
this
got
is
it.
what
So
we've
you
been
got
waiting.
it.
No. And then you're dangling a carrot, and you pull it away. You take it all away from us, and it's like, this is not fair. This is not fair. Joe.
Carrots are very good for you. They're good for your eyesight. It's not like it's a bad
No,
thing to
it's
have.
unfair. It is bribery that is just
It hurt.
useless. It did really hurt.
They didn't tell you we're just going to beat you up
I'm
the whole
suddenly
show,
realizing
right?
why I'm here. Yeah, none of the other writers have come yet.
Just
I'm
to
like
be-
the first in line to get
Well,
shut
no,
down.
you're also here. You got some inside scoop. So let's get to that desk porn moment. I have to know, what was it like on set? Because that was one of the sexiest scenes
Honestly.
I have ever seen.
So we shoot 2 episodes at a time across 10 days.
Okay.
And so we were shooting this episode and the next episode at the same time. And when the assistant directors break down the episodes, they realized that it was a full day of shooting sex, and like it was all. So we wanted it all the one time. It's the one location because it's Charles's office. So
Right.
Sutton was like, can we just get it out of the way? Can we just do it day one?
Right.
It's going to be on her mind. I mean, like that's my attitude going into any bar or club. Let's just get it out of the way.
Get it out of
I'll
the
talk to you
way.
later. It's
Right.
fine. Like,
True.
let's forget
Yeah,
about
yeah.
your name. Not a big deal.
That's like minor details.
But so Sutton was like, please let's just do this. Because her and Peter are very close. They're great friends.
They're
They've been working
friends.
together for so long.
Right.
So yeah, it was like working on a porn set. It's really I don't know. I've never
wow.
worked a lot,
yes.
but it
A little
was.
bit awkward?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
we know these people and they know us, and it felt like we should be taking our shirts off as well. Like
you?
I did, and they were like, put it back on,
Wait a
please.
minute.
Suddenly
Wait,
got
I
really
heard the story about Peter and the thrusting. There was like a specific story about
So
that.
after after the table read, it wasn't actually part of the dialogue, but I had in the action line that Liza comes to with the word thrust, and I like bolded it and underlined it, and I was like, this is going to get cut. Like, there's no way that Darren's going to keep this in the script, and then it did.
Right.
And so after the table read, Peter took me aside and was like, well, that's the first time the word thrust has been in one of our scripts, so we're going to just call this the dirty Australian script and be done with it.
Congratulations.
So, yeah,
Not
thank
only
you.
thrust, but bolded and underlined.
I
Like
know.
that's just
I really
an
wanted to give it some
intense-
punch.
Yeah.
And they did. They did.
Well, now on
did.
to our fan break. Here's what you guys had to say about the dreamy bang your boss moments. Okay, so Meg says heart emoji. Good job. Charles and Liza are perfect together, and Rosemarie said like emoji with a big smiley face. OMG, what a tease! It began with a dream. I loved it. Round of applause for you.
Wow,
Very
look
good.
at this.
Thanks.
Thank you for your responses. Our next fan break is in 3 minutes. And we want to know if you think having sex against a bookshelf or on a desk is more passionate. Which piece of furniture would you choose for office nookie, bookshelf, or a deck?
Wow.
Let us know, and let's take a look at this passionate moment.
Wait. I have to tell you something.
Don't talk. All we do is talk.
The janitor. Shit, janitor!
I mean, there was a couch in the room. Just gonna say. Okay, Joe, what do they call what they just did in your country? Like it's a different language. He's from Australia.
Yes, yeah. Well, I mean, this is a very international episode of Getting Younger. We've got an Australian and a Canadian.
I know, right?
Oh my
Covering
God.
the globe.
I'm like
Yeah.
the UN. This is amazing.
So true.
What do they call? I mean, like it's doing it on the desk is like it's a classic move. You've got to like if you've got it's like the boss thing. Like you can't do it on a couch. That would be like it's like a power move. I feel like to do it right there and then.
And I heard that this level of passion is called the pash rash.
Oh, right. That is the mark that you get from around your mouth when you, like, poor Sutton. Like, she had to kiss Peter so many times.
poor Sutton.
I mean, poor Sutton. I know, it's a tough job. The abs, the looks, the height. Like, she really
Poor
suffered
thing.
through it. But she kept doing it again and again, so many takes, and she would, makeup would have to come in and do it again because,
Right.
She got quite red. And so in Australia, we call that pash rash.
Pash rash.
Pash rash.
Linsay, have you ever been a victim of pash rash?
I can't say that I have had that
You're not
level of
kissing hard
pash
enough,
rash
that's the
before.
problem.
I
You really gotta
know,
go in
true
there.
enough.
Do you want pash
I need to get like an Aussie like full lesson
Yes.
about pash rash.
Beard helps. Beard helps.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good to know.
I mean, I've got a little.
a little.
Okay.
I'm kidding.
Actually, later on,
Okay,
you can show us a
maybe.
few things.
I mean,
I have to ask, what was Darren's reaction to the hot sex scenes? I mean, Linsay, what was your reaction as a fan?
I was so into it. And over desk or bookshelf, I'd say desk.
Desk, more
Just
space.
because it's more space. I
Yes.
mean, if you need to get thrusting in, it's just
Neither are
it's a
good.
better
Neither
surface.
are comfortable. Yeah.
It's a better surface to. Yeah.
We obviously like talk about the episode in the room as,
Yes.
as a group of writers, and
Was
we've got
Darren
really.
blushing? I know him to be a bit shy in a
I mean, this is the
adorable
man who
way.
created Sex in the City. He doesn't blush anymore. Like
True,
he's come across.
true.
So, but we love this scene from this movie Atonement. If you've ever seen it, like there was this very sexy scene up against a bookshelf, and so we were like, well, if we can, because it's so we're in the publishing world, so the fact that you're doing it up against books
so much
and.
sense.
Completely.
So, I don't think I would choose either for having sex like with my boss. I mean, I wouldn't do that, so it's not going in the right direction. That question. But.
Well, I have to say, say, why does Liza always have to make the first move when it comes to Charles? Is Charles a bit rusty in the chess game of love? Linsay, as a woman, are you like, Charles, get it together?
I mean, I've definitely been in Liza's position before where, you know, as a girl, we have to kind of be proactive. And yeah, Charles needs to get it together a little bit.
Yeah.
And I think when he said, like, before they brought him or his birthday cupcake, and he
Yes.
was like, why aren't we doing this? Like, that was the first moment where I was like, aha, thank
Person.
you.
Human.
That's-
You technically
yes.
made the first move by saying that. And
Okay,
also, he
fair.
did make the first move in the end of season 2. I mean, if you think about the mall,
Ooh.
you know, think about this. Like, he kissed first.
Joe,
so,
yeah.
in defense of Charles.
Touche.
But also, it doesn't mean that just because a guy makes the first move that he's done. It's like there's
Keep it up,
gotta be
buddy.
constant give and take. Yeah.
I'm a
I mean, the first
princess.
move is a great place to start.
Yes.
But it's like constant two-way street.
Okay.
Well, definitely stay
Taking
tuned.
notes for men everywhere here.
I was going to say, stay tuned, because a little later, we're going to help Charles, okay? And also you, and you at home, and you in the audience. Look for signs to know when to go for it in our Takeout tip segment, hosted by Linsay. Yes? Okay, so right now, Charles is so into Liza, but how do you think he's going to feel when he finds out her secret about lying about her age? What do you guys think? Linsay, take
I
it.
think that he's going to be shocked. Completely shocked, especially because I feel like they've created such a bond,
Yes.
and all of a sudden, discovering that she's been lying to him this whole time, it's like, okay, there's a little bit there, but I think once he gets over that, knowing that they're the same age, it's just
Relief.
like it's perfect.
I know.
It's perfect.
Soulmates matched in
I
heaven.
know.
I'm not so sure.
Joe?
I kind of feel
Devil.
like I liken it. The devil comes in. So I kind of liken it to when you know you start dating someone that perhaps the two of you had an affair to get together. So
Okay.
you were the other person, then you became the person.
Right.
So you kind of know what that person's capable of doing.
True.
And so
Yeah.
I do wonder whether there's always going to be that element of trust that's going to be broken between them, because he knows how easily she can lie.
That's true.
That's true.
And also the cheating. Okay. Well, speaking of, you know, maybe towing the line, let's take a look at another tongue-twisting scene of the night. Josh and Kelsey. Let's take a look.
You are gonna bounce back just fine, all right? You're one of the strongest people I know, so.
I'm glad you're here.
I love you.
You say you're doing well, you're doing just fine. I hear it all the time.
That's how I feel. Yeah, understated emotions, in case I really don't wear my heart on my sleeve or anything. The kiss with Josh and Kelsey. I mean, when they moved in together, I was angry. This kiss just pushed me over the edge. So, Joe, you're in timeout for now.
Very much here over here.
Linsay, how do you feel? And how do you
mean-
think Liza's going to feel when she finds out?
Very cruel. It's something
Getting
that
used to it.
I
The devil,
obviously
cruel. I've been called a lot worse. It's fine.
I obviously felt like it was bound to happen
I
because
know.
they just have such chemistry, and there's a part of me that wants to believe that it could actually come to fruition, and because Liza's betrayed both of them,
Yes.
that if Kelsey was upfront enough to be like, hey, I have feelings for Josh, that actually Liza would want them both to be happy. But then there's the other side of me that's like, girl code is
Girl code.
girl code, and it's just not
Schmell code.
cool.
Amen.
Oh!
He's back in jail. No, wait,
I
tell
can move
us.
my chair back in.
Man.
do you
No,
think?
look, I think that we had to honor the flirtation between the two of them for this season.
Fair.
You
And
know.
also, is it because their chemistry is so great off camera? I have to ask you.
Absolutely. I mean, Nico and Hillary on set are a total hoot. I mean, they are such dags. We say dags in Australia. It means like they goof around, they're clowns. You know,
Yeah.
they're like the three of them with Molly as well, with Lawrence. They all have us in stitches. But the two of them, we've watched them for like the last 4 seasons become such good buddies on set. So to put them, I mean, they found it kind of difficult as well to play this scene
I bet.
because they feel like they're betraying their characters in a way as well.
Exactly.
But
But you did wrap it up at the end pretty nice. That was
yeah,
good.
I think that they both, I mean, particularly Kelsey more than Josh. I'm not sure how far he would have gone with it because he's in a pretty hurt place right now. They both
Right,
are.
right.
I think she did the right thing.
Okay, with that being said, though, she did the right thing. But now, moving forward, there's still the sexual tension.
Right.
Yes.
So, could they, should they, and as Maggie would say, which is basically you, Joe, because you wrote the script so eloquently, should they consummate and deflate? What do you think? Just do it and get it over it? What do you think?
I don't think they should. And it's something that's divided the room all season when we were talking about it. Some people are very pro Kelsey Josh. Most
Yep.
people are against it because I feel like when you start partnering up all the different cast members and crossing over, it starts feeling like Gossip Girl, even though I loved that
Yeah, I know
show,
what you're
saw
saying.
every episode.
It's like, when
but
you hook up with your brother?
wait a second, weren't you related? Weren't your dad and your mom dating that season? Yeah.
Exactly.
So it starts feeling not the same as that, but there is an element of like, don't screw the crew, is what, you know.
Oh, I like that. Don't screw the
I
crew.
like that
Okay.
as well.
Yeah.
Well, now onto our fan break. Which wood works for an office bang, besides the obvious? A bookshelf or a desk? Here's what you had to say on Facebook. Brianna says desk by far, more ways to do it.
Wow.
Pam says bookshelf for sure. Alessandra says anywhere with Charles.
No, smart woman.
Meow.
Smart woman.
Our next fan break is in 5 minutes, and this time send in your questions for Joe and Lindsay. And this is your chance to ask them whatever you want. I mean anything. Like even Social Security
Anything.
numbers, they got to give it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have one. I'm here illegally, so no,
Perfect.
I'm not. Don't kick me out.
So now to our fun break of the night, game time. Okay, music sets the mood for love and relationships. So in a nod to Summer Lovin' in our music lovers tonight, we've got songs of a younger summer. Okay, so here's the deal. I'm gonna read out a scenario that's actually from Younger, and you pick which hit song of the summer best suits the scenario.
Okay.
And I'll give you options. So here we go. What song best describes Charles and Liza's courtship? Despacito, which for the record means like to go slow
Right.
and sensual. B, We Belong Together by Mariah Carey, one of my faves. Or C, I Got a Feeling, Black Eyed Peas, oldie but a goodie. Pick a.
Ladies first.
I mean, I'm such a hopeless romantic. I want to say Mariah. I just
Right?
feel like they belong together, and it's something we want to happen.
Yep.
Hey, I'm a gay man. I'll always choose Mariah, hands down. So if she's an answer for each one, then I'll always select. So you might have to mix it up, and if there's Mariah on there,
Mariah.
yeah,
Mariah,
it'll be Mariah.
always Mariah. Number 2, what song best describes Kelsey's love life? Summer Bummer.
Is that a
Perm-
song?
Yeah,
I know.
by Lana Del Rey.
Yeah.
Promiscuous, Nelly Furtado. You know
Classic.
that one? We can always sing if you need a little help.
Oh, no, you're the singer here. I'm
No,
tone
no,
deaf.
no. I
No,
want to
no,
hear
no, I wanna
this
hear
one
you
over here.
sing, girl.
Yeah.
Everybody will leave if I sing. And then C, I Can't Get No Satisfaction. There you go, I sang for you. Rolling Stones. Don't.
Thank you
That
for that. I
was
really
beautiful.
appreciate you
Compliment me,
telling me it
'cause
was
I
relevant.
will
thought
I will
this was like-
reject it.
I thought there was like current songs that were like the Rolling Stones having a
All
comeback.
sorts. We
Oh,
got
good,
all
good,
sorts
I'm
of
glad.
songs. Okay, what do you think? Describes Kelsey's love life.
I think Rolling Stones for sure. I
Yeah.
think Kelsey is someone that like tries to strike a balance between work and guys, and she can never kind of get satisfaction on either side of these things. And it's a cool song. She's a cool girl, so I think that would be yeah.
Yeah, I'm definitely, I can't get no.
More.
Kelsey, there's like a part of her that I just don't think it can be happy right now. And I think it needs to come within herself, maybe.
Yes.
Figuring out what she really wants. And so, yeah.
I mean, it's not her
I have
fault.
to
Every
say-
guy that she dates either dies, cheats on her,
Yeah. Or
steals
dated her
from,
best friend.
steals
It's been-
from
yeah.
her, kisses her best friend.
Yeah.
Cards are stacked up against her.
Then, yeah, a few rough ones.
Last one. What song best describes Josh's romantic predicament? Blurred Lines, Wild Thoughts, you know, the new one with Rihanna, Want You Back.
Ooh. I'm gonna say Blurred Lines.
Me too.
Like, Want You Back, like, I just think he's so heartbroken that it's just like, it's just a weird place. So it's blurred lines, like nothing is clear for Josh, the poor guy. Like,
Poor guy.
he's just been through so much, he's fallen in love, he's feeling these feelings, it's blurry.
Yeah,
Okay.
we stomp on poor Josh quite a lot in this show, especially the last season and a
Poor
half.
thing.
Yeah,
There you
I'd
go.
say it's blurred lines as well because he honestly doesn't know how to trust people. You know,
Yep,
he doesn't know
right.
how to. Every woman seems to deceive him, and he just like keeps giving his heart out. So yeah, it's
Yes.
it's blurry.
Blurry.
It's a tad blurry.
But it's going to get a little clearer as the season progresses. How's that?
Oh, excuse me, say that again.
I like this. I like this forecast.
Clarity is ahead for Josh.
Okie dokie.
Yeah.
Well, now it's time for our takeout tips.
Yes.
Lindsay, you're on. No night with us would be complete without our more helpful than hurtful takeout tips of the night. So tonight's takeaway is in honor of Lindsay's hit song, Waiting on You. Let's take a look and a listen.
You gotta make your move. Like the dry ground, waiting for the rain to fall down. I'm a July sky, you're a bottle rocket, I'm waiting on you.
Girl, I was dancing in my chair.
Hey,
I
why
love
don't we use
it.
that in the show? That should have been
guys.
hello.
good
We've been waiting on Liza and Charles to get together forever.
That's what we were
Hello.
talking about. I mean, it's been what I've been living with in my personal life.
Come
so,
on.
Joe,
Did you
call a
write
sister
it
up.
for younger?
I did not,
If
but
you
it is
did, that means
perfectly
we own it,
applicable.
so-
Okay, it is perfectly applicable. My
Perfectly.
own life is very
Maybe
resemblant.
you could join Josh's band next season. He's on the washboard. You could be on the mic.
And then she could be
you know.
love interest.
Joe.
Oh my God,
Hey.
now my head is going crazy.
I'm totally giving you my number at the end of this episode, and you call a sister up.
Okay, so Lindsay, we want your tips on when it's okay to make his or her romantic move. So when do you make a move? So you make a move when
You make
what?
a move when he or she is readily available to you.
Yes.
Like when you're texting, when you're replying, when it's like, hey, are you available to go grab drinks later? Yes, I am.
Yes.
That's a good sign.
When
That's
someone's
like
also
positive.
not married. That's
Not
readily available.
married,
Yes.
Yeah.
great
I mean,
sign. That actually
like,
should
that
be
doesn't
number
count.
one sign. Like, check that first.
Yep, that
yeah.
rang. That
yeah.
rang thing.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
what's the next move?
You make your move when he or she gives you like that look, that like longing, puppy-eyed look. Like you can
Yes.
just like the eyes are the window to your soul. And
True.
when you
Puppy
can
eyes, or what we call cruising. So when you like stare after
Okay.
someone for long enough that you're like,
Cruising.
oh, well, we're definitely going to have sex.
Okay.
Oh. That's the part where you leave it
Again,
talk
less romantic
later.
version. You can see why I'm suddenly.
Romantic
like,
comedy
well-
version.
Yeah.
Soft porn
We'll get to
version.
that
You're working
later.
out why I wrote this episode. Like, oh, so he's disgusting. Got it.
Hopeless romantic. Yeah. But yeah, a look is always a good sign,
Yeah.
regardless
Either
of what it means.
aggressive or
Right.
soft, whatever.
Right.
True.
And then last but not least,
When he or she writes a song about you.
oh, like maybe called Waiting
I
on
mean,
You?
maybe called Waiting on You.
Okay. And I,
I
have
think,
to
if
say,
you, I think
hint,
if you were the
hint,
one
hint.
singing and writing the song, sure. But I think
Yeah.
the majority of people that come up to you with a guitar in a bar or in your
Yes.
bedroom and start serenading you, I'd be like, you're a creep, please leave.
yes, except if it was Lindsay.
Yeah, I mean, that's the
Hey.
one instance where that's okay.
If a guy wrote a song about me and said that he wanted to date me, I mean, I would think that was really sweet.
Yeah,
She's
me
a romantic.
too. I'm with her.
I-
And also, your album comes out this
romantic.
Friday.
This Friday.
So get it.
So excited, guys.
Yes.
Very exciting.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, so let's go to our final questions for you guys. So
Yeah.
let's first go to Facebook and then live audience. So
Love it.
Facebook, Caitlin has a question for Joe. Has
The
there been
character of Caitlin is asking me questions. This is weird and meta, isn't
So
it?
crazy.
has there been any discussion of making the show an hour long? We
That-
want more. Hashtag getting younger. Thanks for the hashtag.
So, I'll admit, I spend a lot of time reading the comments on
Yeah.
Instagram and Facebook. So if you think
Yeah.
they're like just going into an abyss, they're not.
They're not.
I'm definitely reading them.
You watch Getting Younger, don't
I
you?
watch Getting
There you
Younger. I'm
go.
here. I know how many times that Debbie dropped the F-bomb and used the phrase vaginal wire. I'm all over it. So the most common thing that people say is, please make this 60. And that's like a compliment for us. We're like, great, you
That's
want
awesome.
more. But
So?
we can't give you everything you want all at the same time because then, you
Okay.
know, it's like, you know,
We'll work
we've
on
got to
that.
like, you know, tiny little bits, little, you know.
Trying a little bit. Okay, we have a question for Lindsay from Lily. What do you think will happen when Charles finds out that Liza has been lying? You kind of answered before, so just real quick.
Yeah, I think he will be hurt initially. You know,
Yes.
it's that betrayal that he's like, whoa, okay, this makes so much sense because he's always thought, you know, why do you seem so
Yeah.
much more mature or
It's like he's
you've
questioning
lived more
himself.
life? Yeah. So
Like-
I think a lot of things will make sense to him, but it's
Uh-huh.
going to take him some time to get over
It's
it.
also going to take him some time to get over the fact that his wife's back in town. That's
And
something he's going to.
that was a good
About
one to write
that.
into.
Not cool.
You're tricky, you.
Not cool.
Okay, so now it's time for questions from our live audience. Very
Yes.
exciting. So let's go to, pretty girl, off shoulder top.
Hi, I'm Dana, and I have a question for Lindsay. What song best describes you this summer?
That is a very good question. I mean, other than my song "Waiting on You" because
can
it's the
vote for
epitome.
your own song.
I can vote for my own.
This is the moment for
Totally.
self-promotion.
I
Definitely do it.
mean,
Say it again. It comes out when?
it comes out on Friday. My record's called The Project, but because I feel that what I'm going through and what Liza's going through
Yeah.
are kind of similar things in a way. You know, sometimes you need to wait for what you really want in life.
Okay, I like that. Second question, yes, you.
Hi, my name is Miranda. My question is for Joe. So, can you give us any updates on the Josh and Kelsey hookup?
Ooh, okay, Miranda wants the goss. Well, look, I think for now they sampled the goods, but they're going to close the door. That doesn't mean that it is off the table. But I
Your
think
trouble
that,
started.
you know, I mean, they're both so hot. They're both 10s. You can't live with a 10. It's like
That's
you're
like
gonna
dang-
have sex with them.
That's like dangling carrot again.
I know.
Like you're dangling the carrot.
And
it's
we learned
not
at the beginning
fair.
of the show, carrots are good for you.
I-
See?
Although they have a lot of sugar, so I
Well,
think
so
it
does
might
this
be
drink. It's
true.
a quarter cup of sugar.
Oh.
You guys, I have to tell you
Be
something
up all
really
night.
sad. Guess what? That's it. We're done.
No.
I know. It went by so
Nailed it.
fast.
Nailed it.
That's it for us tonight. Thank you, Joe Murphy.
Hey,
Thank
happy
you,
to be
Linsay
here.
Ell, for joining me, Taylor
So happy
Strecker,
to be
in
here.
our members-only club. And thank you, friends, for engaging, tweeting, snapping, gramming, commenting on Facebook, obviously, tonight and every night. And be sure to follow us throughout the week on all social media. We got Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, all at Younger TV, and use that hashtag Getting Younger. See you next Wednesday night when we're going to be joined by Richard's cute son, who we have yet to meet. We meet him next week. His name's Ethan, aka Liam O. And we leave you now with some hilarious bloopers. Bye, guys.
When one gazelle goes down, the herd continues. Richard Attenborough.
Please do that.
When one gazelle goes down, the herd continues. Girl!
You're the voice of planet Earth.
The herd continues.
The lone pube. That was very good.
Oh, thank you.
I thought that was excellent.
Now, who was that? Now. What were you saying? Charles and Kelsey both licking their wounds, so now I have your undivided attention.
First dance?
No.
I'm sorry.